Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to the virtual living room. It is your girl Lovey, and we are back with another week's recap of our favorite social experiment, Married at First Sight, season 13. Yeah, 13, Houston, Texas. Got the gang here, April, Iva, and the Browns. Hello, y'all.
Hey.
Y'all sound so excited.
It was a little boring, but
This episode was boring?
A little bit to me.
A little late on.
A little
late on.
Really?
It has some good bits, some stuff that's gonna come back.
I didn't really like some of the editing.
Oh,
well, yeah, that's obvious.
Like how they had our girl looking like she was about to have a conniption, but it turned out that she couldn't leave because of her.
Like that's something that somebody would be upset about, and they had her all cut up in the previews, thinking that she was acting a fool, and I was like, look at this, they having problems all the way out the honeymoon already, and that wasn't even the case.
Now, I did want to say they must have paid her or slipped a little something extra in her envelope for having her be so selfish and upset about not being the king. I'm sleeping in my bed by myself, and I did not get married to the single S. Like, she cussing and everything. Like, the man is trying to protect you.
7 hours.
Right.
She's been married 7 hours. She ain't that attached.
But at the end of the day, she married him. If she want to catch COVID with him, go on and let her catch COVID. Like, why they
sickness and in health?
Like, to be honest, in real life, if my husband had COVID, I probably would end up getting COVID. Like, we in the same house together, and that's what happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so for them to say that she got to be separate and he gonna stay in Florida and she get shit back to Houston, that's not real life, in my opinion.
Now, I didn't think she should have went. I didn't think she should have shipped her. I think they told her. Didn't she say that she had to go?
She said she had to go back home.
Yeah.
She said they decided. I think it might have been him wanting her to go. I don't think it was. I don't know if the producers.
I feel like it was them, the show, deciding maybe to cover their own butts, and I think he was also on board with trying to keep her safe. But I think at the end of the day, if she wanted to stay, because she kept saying, "You can have COVID, and we are in the same room."
In the other room.
You know what I mean? Like, at least be in the other room, and maybe I can check on you. I can wear my mask. I can do whatever I'm gonna do.
I agree.
But I feel like they're grown adults. If that's up to her, sign a waiver. Look, you get sick, then it's on you or something.
Like Rachel said, I'd have been having a sheet climbing into the bed, into the room for him. So that's why I thought of the producers putting her out. Because Rachel was like, I'd have found a way to get back in his room with my husband.
And her behavior was acting as if it was against her will, obviously. So, I think they was trying to make some good TV and trying to make her get funky. And
now, I would say that her response wasn't the greatest. She could have worded it a different way. She could have been like, no, I want to be here with you. I didn't come here to do single shit. Girl. I mean, I get what
COVID either.
Right. I get what you're saying, but boo, your delivery and your response just wasn't the greatest. That's what I said.
And for them to send her back to Houston, if they sent her back to Houston early, that didn't make sense, because if she wanted to stay, they might as well just let her stay. They already paid for it.
Like, y'all ain't got another room up in this retirement community.
Even if it wasn't another room, like she said, they in separate spots. Check on him. She was in the room with no mask on when they were talking about her getting ready to go, weren't they?
She been with him all night.
Yeah, she been with him. Y'all done touched and breathed out
and everything else.
Yeah. Why she couldn't go? Oh, okay. Why she couldn't?
Well, she already.
Well, she gonna have to retest. They tested and he tested positive and she tested negative. But she is gonna have to retest because he probably was already past the incubation period because he caught it from his friend. So that's how he got it. She might want to test again because he could come home and get it again from her or whatever. But I agree. She should have just stayed. She still could have done stuff and filmed when they had girl stuff. When they had the girl gathering.
She would have had a better time hanging out with Gil.
Ooh. Look, they filmed Gil by himself. They filmed Gil.
I need her to see him. Because she hasn't seen him.
Why y'all messy as hell?
That would have been a plot twist, because what if she would have been dating
y'all know that man is married and she
married. Trying to break these folks up.
That's what they do in Australia, honey. They do a switch like.
Oh yeah, they do.
Party
Yeah,
for real.
Australia. Yeah,
Look,
Australia.
they filmed Gil with all the couples by himself, so
Right.
she
They
could have
did.
been right over there too.
You working?
I
though?
agree.
You working? Really?
On your honeymoon. Okay, so
Gotta pay for them Chanel bracelets.
Side note for Michaela and Zach. Zach didn't look that sick to me.
He didn't look that sick to me either, but he said he was talking about he got chills and everything. But when he was saying that, I was expecting him to look under the weather. He was like, I have chills, and
he said
very matter of factly. Like I expected him to be under the covers.
Right. While you sitting there with that bear of a chest.
Ugh.
He said I could barely walk. Yeah, that taco meat was on my nerves.
On his shoulder.
Yeah, he looked like a little hairy bear.
He was like, look,
hairy bear.
His taco meat. At least his taco meat looked like he had been brushed out or something. It wasn't.
Wait, what are y'all arguing about?
He's about you can wax that. I'm like, no, it is made for waxing. That's what they invented wax for.
Get some clippers and cut that off.
No,
well, he probably could cut it down with some clippers, but at least he wasn't really ranged out. Looked like he had maybe brushed
like
it.
He combed it, brushed it. Moisturized.
No.
You know, sometimes our taco meat be real, tight. It was a little
like
bit
Brillo pad.
It wasn't that bad, but he is hairy.
No, ma'am.
Buckshots.
It wasn't buckshots, but he is very hairy.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on that you want to brush it. Like that made my stomach turn a little bit.
For real.
Well, that's better than it being like buckshots. At least maybe he brushed it, moisturized or something. I don't know.
For real. All that sweat from them chills. That shit does.
Yeah.
But wait though, why was he like this though? Kick back with his hand behind his head on the patio though. Talking about,
he didn't look sick.
I still have my sense of smell and taste. I didn't lose that, but I could barely walk. Okay.
So,
but you outside.
So let me
shirt on.
Okay, so they tell you to get up and not just stay in the bed.
I learned that.
So because he's sitting on the patio to get a breeze, y'all say he's not sick. Then y'all trying to put his wife off on another man. Y'all don't expect love to exist. That's what it is.
Brown.
Look, Brown. Who's trashing this scenario?
Y'all, all of y'all consistent damn trash.
We just try to make good TV.
Y'all out here trying to break up this couple. Y'all say this dude lying about being sick. He brushed his chest hair.
Oh my God!
At least we didn't say he need a permit.
I was thinking it, but I ain't say it. You know, I'm trying to stay away from the creamy crack, but so.
Oh, he might need to. Hey, some people need creamy crack.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Y'all are hilarious. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the good this fine day. Okay.
The good. Okay.
Yeah, the good. Okay, so Johnny, I love you, Johnny. You have my whole entire heart. You really do.
Sabotage next week though.
But
I was about to say he was in love. He was going on like.
Yeah, I was like,
you better Johnny trying to get some. That's why he was out there at that doggone picnic, and he bought that shirt for her size 2X. And
okay. So of all people to ask to help you shop, you gonna ask Jose?
Why wouldn't you? That's his bromance.
Help dress your woman? Yes, you want Prince to help dress your woman?
Well, I mean, think about it. You wouldn't ask Gil
at all.
Gil had a coat on the whole bachelor party, so you wouldn't ask him.
Well, why would you ask a man? Why not? You got
why did he go ask him? Why didn't he ask one of the women?
Well, he needed
some advice, and that's his bromance. Remember, they got a bromance. And plus, Jose, he gonna be a helicopter dad, so he's the most feminine of the men there. So he needed his help anyway.
Jose trying to brush people's teeth and everything.
Feed you.
And he didn't know. He didn't know any of the wives at that point.
So that's your opportunity to get to know them.
Yeah, you could have told Jose to bring Rachel.
Could have.
Yeah,
He probably should have brought another woman. He could have brought the two of them. But the show probably set that up, how they try to have people talking to each other, getting advice and all that.
Yeah.
But that shirt,
but I just want to know what made.
I was so confused. Was it supposed to be a shirt or
a cover up?
Like a cover up, like a baby.
Well, it looked like a cover up because in what world do y'all think that Bow wears a 2X?
Right.
Well, he said that was the only one they had.
Then you should have picked one of them.
Then you pick another color. Thank you.
The dresses was ugly, but he could have picked another one.
But it actually turned out to be all right. It looked like a big dress on her. Like it could have been worse. Could have been. Now I had an issue with him not ironing his shirt.
She went with it and put it on, so that was nice. She went along with it.
Yeah, he didn't iron that shirt. That shirt still had the little
creases. It had the fold creases. Yeah.
Right.
He didn't have time. He took it straight from the bag.
Right, with the tags on it.
Price tag off of it. He was nervous.
Yeah, he's trying to set it up so he can get some.
Yeah, that definitely.
Okay. Bow. As I do my dance. Sweetie, I'm gonna need for you to relax, relate, and release. Okay.
Relax, relate, release. Relax, relate, release. Relax, relate, release. Yes.
Everyone snores. I don't care if you're tired or if it's a chronic issue. Everybody snores at some point in their life.
It must be bad as hell, though. It must be really bad, though. Like for her,
the girl was crying.
My thing is, if you give him some, he'll sleep good. He would know about your snoring.
Oh, and I'm spent.
He wouldn't care.
He sure ain't gonna care. He
don't care nothing
about that.
He's sure about it though.
Did you see how disappointed he looked? Like, damn it, why are you talking about this?
I'm trying to get in. Like I did that picnic. I did everything I could to try to make it nice.
You gonna fuck around and mess up this whole thing up.
Damn snore. Why are you talking about this right now?
Well, she was up front. He hurt her feelings.
He should have flipped that. If he was a Mac with his moves, he should have flipped that real quick. Like, baby, I love, I'm liking you whether you snore or not. That's not gonna change my feelings about you. So anyway, let's get back to this picnic that we just had and this nice evening that we about to have.
And the fact that we moved that pillow out the way.
And you saw him scooching over. He kept scooching over. I was like, all right, Johnny.
She scooted over.
No, he was scooching over too.
She did too. Well, she tried to put the pillow thing on him.
When she first got in the bed, I was like, was she gathering pillows already? Girl, if you don't sit your tail down, go to the middle of the bed. Go to the middle of the bed. Okay, without the pillow. And then she didn't even lay on them. Like, come on, big spoon, little spoon, come on, something.
Yeah, she still was up like I am now. Like she was tired, like all backed up. Like, this is not going.
I can't with that.
I find it hard to believe she's ever had sex. I really do.
I thought that too. I was like, she has to be a virgin.
But it seemed like it's been a while.
I think she's a virgin.
Oh, what's the code? What's the cheat code?
Nah, I've seen it before. Bowel free.
See, I agree.
Bowel free.
I agree. I think Johnny is more vanilla. Johnny's more vanilla than she is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I agree. Because look at Bow. Bow was with them strippers. Bow was having her a good old time. She had a little side of her that people don't know about.
Yeah. And remember when they talked about sex, he said, I'm cool with, as long as we said, I don't like anal. I don't like this. I'm cool with missionary. Remember she looked and was like, really?
Yeah. Yeah. She gonna pull that box out from under the bed and it's gonna stay. You ain't gonna know what the hell going on.
Johnny gonna be the one that's confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gonna be somewhere crying.
She's gonna scare him away. She got all her toys alphabetical order on her Excel spreadsheet.
So do you think that she's pulling a Karen where she's trying to be all timid and shy in front of the camera?
No.
No.
I don't think that's really shy. I think you just got to break the code to get to the freak zone.
Right. Like she definitely being more affectionate than Karen was. Like she's definitely being close to him and giving him affirmations of, that she likes him and stuff like that. Karen, and we still at honeymoon. We only like 4 days in. Karen was like week 7, and she still finally give him a warm handshake.
Okay, but the way that she was looking at him, and I was thinking about the editing. I was like, is this editing or is she really looking like that while he was talking?
They do a good job of editing, and I will say her facial expressions are pretty straightforward. Like she's got a great poker face.
Yes, she does.
She doesn't show emotion through her face at all. That's why he's having a hard time kind of reading her, is because she just got that same look.
She has confusion on her face all the time. Like she always looks like she's trying to understand what is happening.
That's that critical mind that she has.
It was brilliant.
I thought it was beautiful mind.
It was what she said. She wanted a beautiful mind or a brilliant mind.
That's brilliant mind. Okay, yeah. I was thinking about the movie. I don't know, but how could you not sit there and like feel for him when he was pouring his heart or trying to, and she just like looking straight face, like with her poker face? I would have been like, oh, that's so sweet.
No, she needed her own awkwardness that she has.
I agree.
Her own awkwardness. Yeah. And if you haven't been in a relationship for a long time, I think she's just trying to figure it out. It kind of reminds me of like a Deanna, where she just kind of like, I haven't been in a relationship for a while. I'm just trying to figure it out.
She hasn't. It hasn't been as long as Deanna. Deanna.
I don't feel like it was that long, but it still seemed like she hasn't been intimate with nobody in a while.
But if
Deanna hadn't been in a relationship, but Deanna had buddies though.
Yeah, she did. She had
so she still was intimate. I think with Bao is might not have been as long as Deanna, but it was still relationship, period. And
but she got the leg up with having known Johnny. So y'all should
not been intimate with him. That's different.
But I mean, but that's not saying that they got to be bumping ugly so early in the game. But I'm saying you should feel comfortable enough to where you kicking this your homeboy. You can relax. You can let your hair down.
What they kissing and stuff?
I feel like they are. Even at the pool, they were very comfortable with each other, sitting close. They were touchy-feely. So
yeah, and he like her booty.
He was playing around her bikini.
Did you guys see a booty? I didn't really see a booty.
And there is no booty, honey. But
that's his booty. That's his booty. That's his definition of a booty.
I was so confused when they panned the camera. I was like, "Am I missing something?"
She was still in the bag. She didn't pull it out.
She had a nice shape for her frame. Because I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of Asian women who had less than, and you like, where is it at? But she had a nice little shape for her frame.
I think the fact that she wore after she told him about her bathing suit, anyway, her bathing suit collection. I think the fact that she wore one and took her cover-ups off right there in front of him so that she could be more comfortable. I think that was her coming out of her shell too. Because she had just said, I'll wear them around the house and don't really wear them outside.
That wasn't just a bathing suit. That was the whole ass bikini.
I know. And it was a bikini. You're correct. So
it was cute. It was cute though.
Now, speaking of bathing suits, if you didn't get your granny with her bathing suit.
So we going to Brett and Ryan already?
Oh my God. Yes, please, Jesus.
Okay. All right.
And she said that was her cutest one. So that was my let me tell you.
Other one.
The swimsuit wasn't that cute, but the hat was even worse.
Yeah, that made her
take that granny hat off. What are you doing? You're supposed to bring your best foot forward. Your best foot forward after wedding.
She said she's fitting in at the retirement home.
I can't.
They probably thought that was one of their friends in the pool.
They worry. They do. They worry me.
Yeah, they do.
Because it's like
Ryan is so depressed. Boring. They are.
They are. I thought she was going to be life of the party, kind of
like that.
Yeah, kind of the opposite of him, because he just kind of, But they both are like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, they need drugs. They need drugs they need some drugs in their relationship. Like,
no, he does. He does.
They both 2.75 kids.
Well, right, I was like, what's a 7.5? A dog? What is
I think he was wanting maybe 2. Maybe he's saying he wants more than 2. Maybe that's what he was saying. I
Because
don't
he
know.
said his idea was be boy, boy, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that,
and
that 7'5", one of them gonna be a little shaky.
Yeah, you know what? Do you guys feel any chemistry between them? I feel like I don't have no chemistry.
And he
And
seems
he has the nerve
irritated
to
with
be
her.
talking about sex. I'm
He just
like,
want to do it.
But
he
you
said,
know,
you know, I'm
he's
very
beginning to try to
sexual.
like her though. Like he's not trying to touch her or nothing. He just keep talking about, I just need you to make these babies, Charlie. So
But I like how they got into the little hammock. They almost flipped over. That was a cool little moment.
That was the
But
only time you saw life in his face.
I was gonna say, but other than that,
honestly, I think they worry me, but I still think they'll work. Because I think she'll be attracted to him. I think he'll definitely be attracted to her. They're not each other's type, but I think they're willing to make it work. Now, what almost derailed the whole fucking thing was however she showed out on that airplane.
he keep talking about
she was traumatized.
Yeah, she had to.
We need some footage of that shit.
Because he keep talking about that like, oh yeah, that's gonna happen.
He said she was scaring children. So I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. What's she doing on this plane? I need to see.
We need some footage. Yeah, we need some footage of that.
There's some footage of her on the plane.
Is this her first flight?
Yes.
No.
I thought it was.
No. She said, I like to travel. He was like, well, I thought you said you like to travel. She said, I do like to travel. I just don't like the plane ride. Because he was like, well, what, do you drive to everywhere you go? She was like, no, I've been on a plane before.
She on the Titanic sailing around the world or
something? She said, no, I just don't like the plane rides. I travel, though. I love to travel.
Yeah, she must have cut up on that flight.
For real.
Because he still ain't over it.
He still ain't over it. He said he would have been done.
He said, right. He said he wouldn't even talk to her no more. Right.
Oh.
Yeah. Then he has the nerve to tell her, I think we're starting to like each other. I think I'd have got a second date.
I think
and with that face, with that exact face that you making right now, just stoic. Just
into
nothing.
Sex. Well, you know, how long is it gonna take, basically?
Right.
Because I'm very
maybe he's already medicated. Maybe that's why he's so dry, because it's not allowing him.
Oh my God.
But then he need to put down that margaritas then if he's already medicated. Because that shit ain't helping.
He strikes me as the kind that waits for the woman to make the first move. He does not seem like the one that be like.
No. He don't strike me as that at all.
At all.
He look like he ready to jump her bones. He trying to be nice because I done married you and everything. But
okay, well then he expects her to get undressed. You undress yourself.
And I mean, I know we in the midst of. I know we was in the midst of COVID, but does he look scruffy to y'all?
He looks sweaty. It's like he's sick. If somebody said he had COVID, I'd be like, yeah, he do.
He was red. I peeped that
he
too.
He looked scruffy. Like he needed a shave.
He was sweaty.
Girl, that's depression. That's not COVID. His is a different kind of beard. His beard is depression.
He needs that beard to be manicured, and then his hair look like it's kind of going at the top. But he needs to kind of do something.
But why you always look like you just stopped sweating? You know what I mean? Like he kind of.
Yeah, I peeped that too. I was like, why is he so hot looking?
And she was concerned about that red. She said, you know, like, you look red. He said, oh, don't worry. It's going to tan. And I was like, no, it's not.
I know that massage hurts. I done got burned.
It's going to tan.
Yeah, they were hard. I was like, oh, but what's all the talking? We here to relax. Stop talking.
About sex. He was bringing that sex up while we trying to relax.
Right. And you talking about it in front of other people, sir.
Right. I was like, this masseuse probably like.
You see her face? You see her face?
Yes.
I said that I would not have that conversation in front of the masseuse. Like, that's too much.
Right. I'm glad you said something, Mr. Brown, because I thought it was just me that I'm being a woman. And I'm like, why are you bringing that out in front of company?
Yeah.
And we here, and you talk about sex and when I'm gonna have it.
We already bearing our bodies. Now we gotta bear our souls. Like, calm down,
well, she was bearing her body. She had that swimsuit up, baby. It wasn't even pulled down. Yeah, her neck. Like, no, sir.
Like Zach's chest hair. It was in her neck.
Right. And she kept trying to say, well, it's a time and place for everything. He was looking like, yeah, when is that time and place going to happen?
If he had
time almost up.
Like we
So
only 4 days in. Come on, sir, calm down.
I think he's physically attracted to her.
I think
I
he
can't
is.
I think
tell.
he just
But he-
horny. I think he horny.
I
To
think
be
he's
honest, I think it's
I'm with
been a minute.
Wahid.
obligation. Like he may feel like he's supposed to. You know, she's supposed to. Like, okay, you're married. We here. I don't know
I
if I
think
like
so
it.
too.
You got split.
Yeah, I think he's physically attracted to her.
I can't tell.
I can't
Mr.
tell
Brown
that
must
either.
have voted yes for them because he
Shall,
showed his
Right.
team
shall I
them.
go back into the archives?
Yes.
Or just where?
I think we need to go back because you being team Brett right now.
I'm just saying they are. Here's the thing: they are not good TV. They're not. They both are kind of
dry.
They are dry and humdrum. But them would be the motherfuckers that's married for 45, 50 years
Just
and
born
have
out
a
their damn
shitload of
born ass mouth.
kids, and they just be sitting around looking at each other, watching goddamn Married at First Sight. That's what they'll be doing in 2
But-
years from now.
But-
Lovey and Brown picked him while he.
But she said on Unfiltered last night that she's used to someone who is a lot more boisterous and loud and get on the table and dance. And so this is outside of her comfort zone. This is outside of her box. So
Okay, but
Right.
she is getting boring as hell too. So
Right.
don't keep putting it on that man. You can't expect him to dance on the table when your boring ass sitting there looking all
Well,
pale and crazy.
With that granny swimsuit on.
she did
and
say
that
that
hat.
she did say that she may get on the table and dance too.
It was the crocheted hat for me.
So she is
Mm-mm.
actually boring, but she gets with people who aren't, so they pull her out. That's why she's not used to being the one to pull people out of their shit.
Yeah, she say she's not used to. Right, I agree. But this man want to hurry up and have kids so bad because I think he wants to leave a legacy. Because did his friend have kids or not? So do he think he's trying to leave a legacy for his friend? Since
I can't imagine how much affection you're gonna be giving these children. Cause you
Can we
about
say
as
Might
that?
be different with the kids. I don't know.
you
but
about as
Might be
dried
that.
up as as a dried Lysol wipe. Okay,
oh,
just dry.
that's real dry.
Pretty specific. Right? That was real specific.
He might need some kids though, something to love on because he is. Oh my goodness, he just looks so broken.
But 40 years from now, they still together. Y'all can call and thank me. I'm telling you.
Can I change my prediction?
no.
No, you
Together,
locked
they got
in
together
now.
mentally.
Mm.
I think they miserable. They just level
He's
set.
miserable.
He
He's
is.
not happy.
Not
I
in
think if she don't give it
marriage,
up
though.
soon, he
Not
gonna
in
be ready to
marriage,
leave her.
just in life.
He
period.
wasn't ready.
He- right in life, he is not happy. You need a couch, sir. Quickly.
Yeah. I think he's unhappy with the
And a
marriage.
prescription.
He's just got some stuff going on with him he got to deal with.
He
And
does. Just
do
like
he
who
see
said
me?
it
He's
last week.
sweating. Anybody else know he was
Hey,
sweating a lot?
Hey,
Yes.
maybe he might be on that Whitney Houston. He do.
like
Maybe he on that
Zoloft.
Whitney Houston.
What is Zoloft for? Yeah,
Zoloft
that's
is for
Depression.
depression. Yeah, they chopping and snorted too. He looked like he could be one of them.
Oh no.
Oh,
He
boy.
does.
he
Okay.
looked like
He
what?
does. That's sweating. He can be chopping and
We're
snorting.
moving on. We're moving on.
I really want to talk about Prince. Can we just move on?
Is that
Okay.
See, that's a bad example I'm talking about. Y'all talk about Prince.
Your wife said that. Okay, let's
Oh, she the
hear her.
She the
Your
ringleader.
wife
Don't get
named
it
him Prince.
twisted. She is the ringleader.
Oh my God. Do y'all not see him as a helicopter? He gonna be a helicopter dad. Do y'all not see him being
Wait,
a
he is
helicopter dad?
helicopter
Oh,
husband. What you
yeah,
talking
that
about?
man.
Helicopter dad.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think Rachel gonna pop a kid out for him so that he can leave her the hell alone.
I don't-
Look,
What's
he
our prediction
is
for
so
them?
controlling. He is so controlling that it ain't funny. He trying to act like he's not controlling, but he is so controlling.
It is driving him crazy when she tells him no.
And I'm glad that she's sticking up for herself, even though it seems hard, like she's having a hard time. But I'm
Mhm.
glad she's sticking up for herself because that man is crazy.
He,
See,
he
I
is.
got a different view on it.
Mm-mm.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Actually, you're right, Mr. Brown. You did have a different view than everyone else on this one.
He
So go
is
ahead.
he's a little controlling, but I think for her, I think she's trying so hard to assert herself that it's almost like, what was the girl, Virginia, who was like, oh, I don't want to leave my house. Yeah, but you rent an apartment as opposed to this. So for her, she's like, I want to be, where we split everything. And he's like, no, I got it. I think she needs to, because she said, I don't want to go into a house where I can't afford it on my own.
But see, I understand.
What's wrong with that? Right. I understand that too.
But if me and Belinda are at a point, let's say, where I want to get this house, or she wants to get this house, and typically speaking, if a man says, I want to get this house for us, I got this beautiful house in mind, blah blah blah, but she says, oh no, we can't go into it because we have to go into a house that my money can afford. Well, it's not just your money, it's us. So if us together can afford this, then I think it needs to be compromised on both parts.
Yeah,
they
but
both
different, but y'all know each other
on the street. No, they're walking in from the street going to get this house together. She's going into his house, which Virginia did do, but this is a different thing. She didn't say she didn't want to move in there. She just said, I'm skeptical because this will always be your house. It is his house.
I get that.
Especially with him.
I totally get
especially with him.
They both have to understand it's about compromise. And the closer they get, the more they stay together. I think naturally they will get to that point where they compromise. Because if he loves her like he seems like he will, then he'll have to understand how she is and what's important to her. And I think he will be willing to give up some of that control. Yeah. And I think she'll do the same on her part.
Yeah. I think he needs to just back up my teeth,
sir. Right. I want to be fed now. I like to be fed.
Wait, hold on. To kind of piggyback off of that. Okay, so as a single person, I completely understand where Rachel is coming from, because even with my last relationship, my boyfriend wanted to because we lived together. So my boyfriend wanted to kind of assume the role of taking care of everything. And for me, it was a struggle because I'm so accustomed to taking care of everything. I'm making sure, I was just used to it because that's what you got to survive. And so to release that control, it is hard. So I commend her for verbalizing that, because I'm sure there's a lot of single women who could identify with what she said. But he needs to take a beat and understand where she's at, so that they can eventually come together and she could kind of relax and understand that this is the role that he wants to assume. Okay, great. But then, she'll eventually get to a point to where she'll still have her own, but he'll take the lead as the husband of the marriage. But oh gosh, it was something else that she said that I kind of identify with, but I can't remember. But I think if he fell back, he just need to fall all the way.
Like they just met.
Yeah, he trying to, because there's a difference with the hovering. I mean, the wanting to support and wanting to take care of me with me, and you just lay back and I'll just do everything. Nah, I gotta kind of see where we going too. I don't have a problem with you leading me, but I do need to know where we're going.
And build trust.
And that'll be the compromise on both parts. Like, and I think he's willing to compromise. He will. But going into it, everybody has this idea of who I am and who I'm gonna be. But once you get into a marriage, until you get into it, you don't know, how things shape out. So I think they will be fine. I mean, the fact that she even said, I'm bad with money, but I overspend and I do these things, and
she wants to do better.
I commend her on that. I commend her for being honest.
There is a lot that they can kind of bring out of each other, but I think if they continue to stay on the path that they're on now, they both will compromise, because I think they really do like each other.
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah, you are. I feel like he needs to pull back a little bit. I think he needs to pull back a little bit and realize where she's at in trust and all of that, because clearly she has to build the trust for him, and that he's not going to railroad her with all of this control that he has. I think if he pulls back a little and then also compromise, like maybe we both have, like she said, she wants to have her own account. Okay,
I
then
was
they need
about
to
to say that's
compromise.
where I was gonna go.
He needs to have his own account and let her have her own account. She don't want to just have one big account. Like
And
she
get an
has to be
allowance.
comfortable with that. We don't. I
Yeah,
just
I
met
think
you,
that's
bro.
okay.
But
That'll
still,
that's
it's
probably what he saw with his mom and dad. So I
well,
think
You
things
know,
like
I
that.
think he is just controlling as hell. And he scares me a little bit, especially when he
Me
was grabbing
too.
her neck when they were kissing and stuff. I'm like,
He
I just
always grabbing
you
her neck. Like, what's the
yes.
neck thing?
it's his little man's complex. Part of that
It's
y'all
like,
gotta remember. He has his
hey,
little man's
That's a
complex.
flag. That's a flag.
So he
I don't
has
like the
to
neck
try to
grabbing.
assert power or control whenever he can. So he's thinking that this is a good thing, but she's, newly coming into her power, as she's told us or whatever. So she doesn't want to just roll over or bow down or change like she was in the past, which I dig it. I think that she's gonna, change a little bit too, like you said, bro, and they're gonna compromise. But I don't see anything wrong with what she said with we have an account for the bills and an account for myself. Now, if she wants him to start helping her save because she did admit that. Okay, so now if normally you were giving, let's say $600 per month to the bills, I'm gonna tell you can you afford 7? So give me 7, but I'm gonna pay the bills with whatever we got here, and then that 100, maybe I'm starting you a little savings account that you don't know. You know what I mean? That whatever, however he wants to Jedi mind trigger, but no, if I buy a gift, this is how my mom explained it to me. If I buy you a gift, I don't need you to know or see how much money I took out of your account to know how much your gift is. I want to get it on my own.
Yeah,
So I always need to have my own.
I don't think either of them are wrong. I think they just both have these strong ideas of what marriage is without having been married and knowing what it is to truly compromise. So I think they both will kind of wake up and realize that for this to work, we both got to give a little bit. And I think they are willing to do so. Y'all talk about him putting a hand on her throat. Apparently she liked it. Like,
no, I think apparently she's intimidated, and I think
she just going with
used to being
see how now here we go.
No,
first y'all trying to put
Michaela
and Gil together. Now Prince beat her. Now Prince beat
yes.
her.
Yes. Did you see those kisses? Wait, Brown, did you see those kisses? It was like one kiss, and he's like, 4. Give me 4 kisses.
Who? On what
Didn't
movie?
Prince smack Apollonia?
She could have whooped his ass, but they didn't write that into the story. They just didn't write it.
Prince did smack her. He did smack her, and he took his earring back. And he took it. And she gave his earring back.
But I think that he just has control. I mean, like, I don't know, it's intimidating.
It's little man, girl. He got Napoleonic complex.
Yeah, I think so.
Now,
what I did stuff that is stuff that's just a little too much.
What I did not like was when she was expressing her feelings and he's sitting up there twirling her hair. So I'm like, you are not listening.
He was not listening. He was not. He was not. He was looking like, I really want to brush your teeth for you.
I want to brush your hair too. I'm going to start brushing your hair for you.
I like to be fair. Okay.
I would have been trying to say I don't know how to brush my teeth, bro. And then the whole feeding. I'm glad she's speaking up for herself. My concern really is that if she stopped, like she has to continue to voice how she feels because I feel like he will continue to railroad and do what he wants to do.
She's too accommodating. That's what I worry about, and that's what her friends are worried about. I could easily see her letting him run over her like that.
Oh, I do too. Because he will push. Keep him pushing. Keep pushing her until she just lets him do whatever.
Give in. Nah, come on, Rachel. Don't fail us, girl. We rooting for you, honey. Okay.
Come on, Miralax.
So we gonna talk about Wilson. Miralax Wilson. The soccer ball.
So wait a minute, y'all.
Oh, she gonna be hot when she
gonna be hot. No, she gonna be hot when she see that whole day.
That whole hot as fish grease. She gonna be hot.
Wilson! But the gag is he ain't gonna care. I think
at all.
I already think he don't care. He's already getting irritated with her. And he been telling, that's one thing I like about Gil. He been telling her she was like, "Oh, do you think that what did she
High
say?
maintenance.
I
High
mean,
maintenance." He was, "Of course, yes, you are. You definitely are."
he
And she
wants
was like,
to
I
hell
don't
yeah.
think so. I don't think so. And he was like, oh, well, see, I already can't trust anything you say because you don't think that you're high maintenance.
Right. I like that when she was talking, he said, "Okay, good night. Turn the light out. Good night. Let's go to
Girl,
sleep."
turn your light off, right? Girl,
You
No.
can you
When
can
he said she was like, my eyes are heavy, he was like, is it your
Yeah, wait a minute.
eyelashes? Are they wait?
I was dying laughing. Is it them eyelashes?
Ooh, he
She said,
is
I
on the
look like a
petty
SpongeBob.
train. I am
Some of
so
that
here
shit is
for
real
it.
though. Because he's serious. He is joking with her and she made a comment about that. But some of that he not. Like when he called her that bougie cookie, that's hey,
No,
I'm saying that for the
in
rest.
a
Bougie
he
cookie.
says it in a funny way, but he be really taking stabs at her
He
because at
does.
the end of the day, he said if she's happy about anything, then we've had a good day.
It's a good day.
Brown,
It's a good day.
you called it. You said he gonna be petty. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Mhm.
I love it though.
I
Oh,
do too.
The volleyball, oh my
Got her
God,
ass
he
down
been
there. If she
getting
didn't want
her.
to take that plane ride, I guess he would have been like, "Well, take your ass back to the room. Y'all and work some more because I'm about to go."
And she
Right.
still
How
ended
you
up
gonna
getting
work
sick.
on your honeymoon? Who does that?
I can't.
And she
I
still ended
can't.
up getting sick. I don't feel good. It's just miserable.
You
And
know
you
what
gonna
though?
tell the pilot, let's go down. We need to go down.
I need to go back to the room. I need
Who
to go
the
lay down.
fuck is you?
I'm almost glad that Gil be giving it to her like that because
She
she is
needs
the
it.
kind of person that would run over somebody. She be making little nasty remarks all the time, being mean and smart mouth. And so he be taking it with a grain of salt. Every little thing that she does, he be come back with a sarcastic remark right back to
Yep.
her. And that's what she get.
Yep.
That's exactly what she needs.
So y'all know what's gonna be the deal breaker.
What?
No sex?
No
No,
kiss.
no, the damn dog.
Oh,
Oh,
The dog
yeah.
is deal
He
breaker.
gonna be he gonna be done with that dog.
Yeah.
But if you would touch that man, he'd get over you and the dog. You know what I mean, everybody? Y'all be that's what cookies is for.
No, I don't think he's getting rid of his dog. He don't
Yeah, I
strike.
don't think he gonna get over that
No,
dog.
I'm saying that he would put up with her acting up about the dog.
Oh.
Like he wouldn't be because he's disgusted. He over that dog shit already. But if she had him, then he'd be like, I'm sorry, I can't touch this dog, so I'm gonna put up with her bullshit. But if you're not giving nothing in return but a bunch of damn complaints, then no.
Oh,
It's just-
I even like how he was talking about I would have did a kiss on the lips at the altar. And she just looking like, well, you're still a stranger. I hate the people that pull the stranger.
Yeah,
Marry the whole
you can't
stranger.
use that. You can't use that. You're a stranger because you married me.
Mhm.
Right.
So-
you chose to
I
marry
think they
him.
give them
you're
50
doing
bucks every
things
time they
that you
use
don't
that
wanna
word in a sentence now on these shows. They give them 50 bucks. It's like the word. If you hit it and you find a way to word
it's
it
the
in.
word of the day.
Yeah.
You decided to
So-
marry a whole stranger. Not like even go on a first date. Like we're married. And you mean to tell me you can't give me a kiss?
A
Come
simple
on.
kiss.
And
A
Val
touch,
and
a
Johnny
rhyme.
kissed. And
Right.
and everybody has
Everybody-
kissed.
Mhm.
Everybody
everybody-
kiss. Wait, what about that face regimen?
Oh,
Y'all,
that
y'all gonna
when he-
leave
when-
Croatia
when
alone.
he said she's very thorough. She has like 80 steps.
That's why you
I was
got no
thinking about you, Iva. I was thinking about you because he called it right. He put the nail right on the head. 80 steps, and that face still looks terrible.
And she still looked like that. I said, boo boo, hey. And she does it in the morning and she does it at night.
That's why she got her skin looking like that, looking like
She's
leather.
she's
So-
scrubbing her shit off. Ain't
So
no more
what does
skin
she look like?
cells.
Like, what does she look like without this facial regimen? Like,
She
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 would really
scrubbed
be.
her skin off, so I don't
She
know.
actually isn't that bad looking without the makeup.
She don't wear makeup.
Her lashes are too heavy. They too like thick or something because like her eyes are small, so you can't see her eye. Like she needs to open up her face, or it needs to open something. It needs
All of
How
that.
you open up your face if your hair
You know
is
what
off
I
of your
realized?
face?
I'm sitting here thinking, is that a makeup tone? Is that makeup?
No, it's like her eyes. I'm with him. The weighted lashes, or what?
He
Her
said the
eyes-
lash was too heavy. You know what? What I realized, all of that all of that bouginess, all of the money, all of that is just covering up for
Say
her
it.
issues,
Say it.
pain, stuff that she didn't dealt with, being broke, all of
Thank
that.
you.
It's just a
Thank you.
cover up. And to be
It
honest,
is.
unfortunately, she's gonna lose her husband because of it,
Yep.
and probably not be married or future people because she needs to come all the way clean of all of that. And
Yep.
and Gil, I'm hoping that Gil breaks her down and tell her, listen,
Yep.
all of
He
that
will.
facade, you know what I mean? All of that means nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
you could have all the Chanel bags and the Cartier bracelet and all of that stuff you want.
Oh, you
That
see
stuff
her
don't
ears
mean
perk up
nothing.
like a dog.
She was like,
Cartier.
Right.
Cartier bracelet?
Like,
But she
you got
was rude with the quilt. I felt what I understood what he was saying versus that, but then he was like, "What if I made it?" She was like, "I'd be like, check, please."
That was
So
mean.
she be getting her jabs in too, though. But then you wonder why he don't turn around and be petty like Brown said and say some smack, like say some smack to her. She deserves most of those little jabs that he be giving her.
She
I'm
do.
still on bougie cookie. I'm still on bougie.
She
It's
was
a
tearing them
bougie
macaroons
cookie.
up.
It really
Every
was.
time
Right,
we
he
look
said,
around, every time we look around, she had a different color in her hand.
I'm just
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm wondering if he's gonna give it to her to where she could really look in the mirror at herself. I doubt it, just because I don't feel like she's gonna get it. But yeah, like he was trying to let her see with the quilt. Like, what if I made it? You know what I mean? It's not about any of this stuff. It's about the two of us. And even with the cookies, he was like, "This is just a bougie cookie. Like, I would rather have a chocolate chip, like the
Chocolate
regular
chip.
old chocolate chip cookie."
She
Well,
was
she
like,
did
but you
the cookie.
still eat my cookies. Oh, he said, I didn't say it wasn't good. But it's just like you. It's luxurious on the outside. And he said, yeah, just like you. A bougie cookie. Because
And
it's
why
just
would you
nothing in
take
the
offense
middle.
to that? I get called bougie all the time, and I don't take offense to that. It's
Because you own your bouginess, because you are bougie.
Right. I mean, and there's some things that but you know what though? There's some things that I feel like it's okay. Because
you
there's
trying
some
to
things
say
that
she?
there's some
You
things I
trying to
would
say
say I
she
was bougie
bougie?
about.
Oh,
Huh?
Libby,
Y'all
you
ain't gonna
bougie?
notice me.
Everybody, oh Lord, I'm bougie
I was
sometimes.
gonna say that too.
Bougie.
Like there's some things that I would say I'm
Yeah,
bougie about, and I
I
don't
am
care. Right?
at
It's some
all
things that I want
because
and I
I've
don't
lived
care.
long enough. Hell yeah, I'm with you.
Right?
I'm
It's some things
bougie.
that I work hard, I want, that's what it's gonna be, right?
Exactly.
But for her,
I
I don't
want
even
my
think she
craft
can see the
singles over the
difference.
Walmart brand. I'll pay it. I want my real craft singles. Walmart cheese, it's not the same.
Right. And I feel like, but for her, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't have anything to do with that. It's more,
Mm-mm.
she can't even see past the Cartier bracelet. She can't even see past that. He was like, "What do you see when you look out the window?" And she couldn't even see, like, we're here together, we're spending time together. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? What if the beach was right out there? Would you like it then? Like she still couldn't see nothing.
And see, I would have liked, like, I know if it had been a bad place, can we crack up and talk about it together? You know what I mean? Like, look at, okay, so you like all this dirt over here? Well, baby, come with me. I'm gonna come with you on the dirt. But dang, it's dirt. But but not. This is just not up to my standards, and this is not up to my this. And she's talking like at it to him. She's turning him off. Is what she's really doing.
Really.
She's really
Even the
turning him off.
breakfast, everything. And he was
Yeah.
calling her out. Like you complain about everything.
Right.
This is the biggest croissant I've ever seen.
And he
when
said, "I like
she asked
croissants."
for that frothed almond milk, she really
Yes, she did.
She remembered
I asked for
person.
froth. I said, I'm so
Froth.
glad she gonna drink her almond milk by herself. Don't drink that, Gil, because there's some extra sugar Avery in that
Froth.
almond milk by the time it got up to them
Froth.
stairs. Don't drink that.
Froth?
Right,
Oh,
frothed.
really?
Frothed. So they don't even got sand on the beach, man. You think they got frothed almond milk? Girl, calm down.
Girl.
I ain't gonna
Right.
lie.
She
I
don't
did
have
look
the
at
ability to see the cup half full at
I
all.
did look at that croissant. And I was like, yeah, it's a big ass croissant.
It
I
is to not have no meat though.
I'm
I was
them.
like, you're right.
Like that big ass croissant.
It
Mhm.
was
It
hella
was
big.
big, but look, all of that's free. Okay, look, you got your own money. It's free breakfast. Eat it. If you don't want to eat it, don't eat it, and let's go out and get some food. Like you don't have to complain
There's
about
no
everything.
protein. There's no protein. He was like, look, there's fruit. There's this. There's.
And see, he's still being nice because we on honeymoon. And in a minute, he gonna snap. Like I was watching this with my 12-year, and he was like, he gonna snap.
The baby
He
no.
said, he gonna snap on her. I was like, yes. And the minute he trying to be
So
nice at this honeymoon, he gonna snap on her. Like, look.
As soon as the dog try to give her love and she shoos the dog away, that's when she snapped. That's when he snapped, just like Brown said.
so one or two things are gonna happen.
Okay.
It's gonna go the way y'all think, or everybody thinks, and he gonna go off and they're gonna break up because he can't deal with it.
Or come on.
That's the obvious choice that they're gonna break up because he gonna get sick and tired of her and all of this bullshit and they break up. Or he's gonna break through and break her down to where she sees, none of this shit is important. None of this stuff that I've been building up has been important ultimately towards what it is I want. And she realizes what's important, and they stay together. Now I don't know if that's what happens.
But this is what I hope. Yeah, I'm with you. This is what I hope, that he gives her such a tongue lashing one day and breaks her down, but not being mean or vindictive, but really like tells her about herself. And then at the end be like, but I'm willing to work on that if you're willing to work on you. She storms off crying in some kind of tizzy fit or whatever, entitlement fit, to go to her homies and try to vent. Like what's her name did last season?
Virginia.
Clara. Clara, and try to vent, but to her homies or to whomever, and they sit there and go, okay. And she's like, why are you not taking up for me? Because he right. And and she starts to realize when she hears it from someone else and go back to him and be like, okay, I do want to work on this and I do want to stay married. And she say yes at the it's all or nothing.
Okay, what you got to say?
That happening because her group are her number one cheerleaders. So I don't think they'll do it.
Yeah.
I don't think that they'll call her on her shit.
Yeah. It might be, it'll have to be something else happening or someone else, that wakes her up. And it just may be him getting in her ass about, all of this foolishness. And, I think she really does like him. But I think
she does too.
Yeah, I think she
does
likes
too.
him.
She just can't see past herself.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think it's an actual attraction thing. I think she does like him, and I think getting to the point where she really likes him without getting showered with all of these gifts or having all of these extravagant things, it might help her to realize well, damn, I feel this way about him, and all of these things that I needed haven't happened. So I don't know. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I can see it happen.
Unfortunately, I don't think that Miralax is going to be able to. I don't think she's gonna be able to hold on to Gil, because I was kind of thinking of comparing him to like Miles and Karen, where Miles was really hanging in there with her all the way to the end. You know what I mean? But I feel like for her, I feel like Gil was gonna be done. Like, we already 4 days in, and he already snapping at her. He's saying it nicely, but I feel like in a while, by the time we get off this honeymoon, if he haven't got no affection or nothing, he's gonna really snap on her. He's not gonna be patient like Miles was for 8 weeks, and then, well, really they went on 12 weeks. He's not gonna do that. We had day 4, and he already getting irritated.
They went longer because they were in COVID.
That's what I said. I think they went 12, longer than that, 16 weeks. So I feel like,
that's right, because it's normally 8, right?
It's really 8. I think they went 12 weeks. But I feel like Gil is gonna really tell her off, and I don't know if she either gonna snap out of it or she just gonna be done. I don't know, because unfortunately she's not able to see none of it. Like I said before, all of this material stuff that means nothing. You know what I mean? It means nothing, and he's trying to show her aren't you just happy that we're here together? Or what if I made the quilt? Like, he keep giving her several different examples of things that are not materialistic, and she still cannot get it. So
okay, well, they're not gonna make it.
I was wondering when we was gonna get that Hear the Song.
They're not gonna make it anymore. They're not gonna make it, but yeah, okay. Well, is we done or is we finished?
Yeah, that's everybody.
Yeah, that's everyone. All right.
Did I say they were gonna make it?
I think Brown said no.
No, you said no. April, you said yes, and Lovey, you said
I
yes.
say yes.
Don't remind me.
I said yes. I did, but hey, I'm a woman. I have a right to change my mind. Okay.
I'm a hope. I'm gonna still pray. Maybe if he tells her off really good,
I think so.
Get herself together.
She might get hot for him. He might actually get more than
right. She gonna need that one to be like, look,
you want to have to scream and cuss you out before you decide you like somebody. No,
somebody who's that damaged.
I don't think she has to do that because I think she likes him already. I think she like him already.
Okay, but can she express that?
I think she likes him already too.
She's attracted to him.
To him.
No, I think for her, she's one of those people that like the chase. You know what I mean? Like even when he be talking to her at nighttime, she be trying to smile and be like, I'm so tired. I'm going to bed. Saying little stuff. She likes to chase.
She stay telling him good night, husband. She stay calling him husband.
Right. Ain't nobody trying
for him to be a stranger.
Have somebody to call husband.
Right.
You may not actually want one, but you want one that you can call a husband.
So she want to
be like the 40-year-old virgin where he gonna be like, I'm good.
What Brown?
She wants to be married, but doesn't want to be a wife. Is that what you think it is?
She like the title. That's it. She don't want to invest in anything else or anything further. So,
well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, she's trash. I'm gonna just say it for you, Brown. She's trash.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
All right. Well, and on that note, we're done. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in with us from week to week. Definitely share, subscribe, like, tell your folks, tell your mama and them, join the conversation. Join us on all social media platforms under Live, Laugh, and Lovey, as well as Pop Break TV and popbreak.com. Thank you, good people. I shall see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.